Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Jay Lee's Corner. I am, of course, Jay Lee, and this is my review for a new TV show that I think I really, really like. But first things first, as usual, I need you to subscribe. Um, just hit the subscribe button, just in the camera. You just hit the subscribe button, and it just lets you know when I have new videos, so that you can always see my new content. And as I always say on every video, I love new subscribers. So subscribe. Like the video if you like it. If you don't like the video, like it anyway. It won't hurt. It's okay. And also share. So yeah, this review is for a new TV show, as I said, for it's on TNT and it's called Claws. Claws. It stars Niecy Nash, who was on. She's been on a lot of different shows. She was on Reno 911. She was also on a show back in the day called Clean House. She was on an HBO show called Getting On. But I'm sure most people should know who Niecy Nash is. But if not, just Google her. And yeah, so when I first saw the previews for this show, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I have a thing to where I try my best to support black actors. So when it's a person I like, and I do like Niecy Nash, I follow her on IG and everything. And I liked her on the other shows that she was on. So when I heard of a show called Claws, and it was like they kept showing their nails, and I'm like, it's gonna be a TV show about a nail salon. I don't know if I'm gonna really like that show. So of course the season premiere was tonight, so I checked it out. It was rather good. Surprisingly, it's not all about a nail salon. Niecy Nash does star as she's the main character. She does own a salon, and it revolves around the other nail techs in the salon. And there are four other women. One woman, I don't know her name, but she was on a show I watched called Devious Maids. So I'm happy that she is on another show because Devious Maids was canceled. Karuchi Tran, Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend, she has a role on here as well. And a couple of other people. But those are a couple of the stars. But the show is basically, Niecy Nash's character owns a salon. She wants to get a better salon. She has a little boy toy who she is helping launder money. So they're laundering money from the nail salon because she is just trying to get a better life for herself, basically. The boy toy. Now, also, the show has a lot of sex in it. I'm always surprised when shows on like regular cable has sex scenes in it, because in the first few minutes of the show, Niecy Nash is in the back room with the guy, having sex on the desk and like choking them out. So I was like, I don't know if I want to see Niecy Nash with her legs up in the air. It's some cute shoes, might I say. Fucking old boy. It was just shocking. It reminded me of HBO. You know how HBO shows, like, you saw his ass. So I was like, this is different. Like, I was just surprised because I didn't know what to expect from the show. So, a lot of cussing, so cussing, sex, laundering money. It was just, a lot was going on. But, her boy was the guy who's laundering money through his relative. And she's doing it so she can make a certain amount of money so she can buy a better salon. Because, her salon might not be so fancy. Karuchi Tran is a nail person there who's new. She's like a new hire temporary person who was there for the time being while a main person who they call Polly was away. Come to find out, Polly, who was away at prison for ID theft at a nursing home. So I was just like, what? But it was very, like the whole hour, I think it was a little over an hour. I was into it. Like I was like, what's gonna happen next? What's going on? So, they are laundering money from a doctor's office who is selling pain meds to people who don't really have, they're drug addicts, and they're laundering the money through the salon. It's really good writing. I can say that the first episode, I was into it. The one thing I didn't like was the guy who they had playing Niecy Nash's boy toy. Like he was just an asshole. Like he was very full of himself, and I was like, I'm not gonna like him. He's gonna be the person I'm not gonna like. Because he just wasn't, he's lying to like, okay, yeah, we're going to give you some more money. And they wasn't, promised her like 20 grand and gave her 3,000. So it was just crazy. But it's a really good show. I don't want to give away. Well, I guess I can give away because that's the point of the review. So yeah, Karrueche Tran, if she thought people didn't like her before, with the whole Chris Brown thing or whatever, I don't like you now either. Because she ended up sleeping with Niecy Nash's boy toy because she wants to get higher up within the salon and higher up within the money laundering of it all, because she knows this is the guy who is pulling all the strings here, so I need to get close to him. So what does she do? They at a club, she all dancing up on them and everything. So Niecy Nash does see, and she's like, I don't like the disrespect. Next thing you know, Karrueche is, sleeping with old boy at his crib. Like, it's a scene of her, like, riding him. And it was like a real sex scene. It was just like, what? So, Karrueche's character, that is the ultimate betrayal. Niecy finds out because she goes to the house because she knows something's up. So she goes to his house. Because I saw y'all dancing together. So she does go to the house. And she's already pissed off because they didn't give her the 20,000, but he got a new house and a new badass mansion on the water that costs who knows how much. So she's already frustrated because you're playing with my fucking money. So she's already pissed off, but she's still not forcing it because she's not trying to lose her place within the organization, I guess I'll say. But once she, finds out, one, you fucking Karrueche, okay, I got you. And Karrueche is so underhanded, and within her scenes, the character who just came back, who was gone to prison for the ID theft at the nursing home, she wants to get her fired. So she's coming in, you sleeping with my dude, you trying to get my friend fired. I got one for you, bitch. So when Karrueche comes back to the nail salon with a brand new bag, what does Niecy Nash do? She punches her in the face. They beat her up and kick her out because they like, you so dumb that, I tried to help you. I tried to help you learn a trade, try to help you, get started, and you betrayed me by fucking the guy who I'm with and trying to get my friend fired. So, bitch, you out of here. Then Niecy Nash, when they saw them fussing and fighting, she was like, oh, well, onlookers saw them fighting, and Niecy Nash was like, oh, she's okay. She just had an abortion. Bitch, what? It was just a good, weird, funny, not expected scene. So the show was very entertaining in that it keeps you guessing and it makes you laugh a little bit and then be like, damn, a little bit. It goes both ways. So Karrueche think, he loves me. I don't have to work here. Dumb little young girl who don't know no better. So she, of course, leaves and she goes back with the guy. Fast forward a little bit later or whatnot. Niecy Nash goes to his house because she's still involved with him business-wise. And so she went to his house the first time because he needed her to shave his genital area. Okay, but she knew someone was in the room, and that's actually when she found out that Karuchi was sleeping with him. So I backtracked a little bit. But anyway, when she goes back to her house a second time and she catches them literally having sex, and the guy is like choking her. Like, there, you know, some people like to be choked during sex. He's choking her. So Niecy Nash's character hears her screaming, "Stop, you're choking me," because he's going too far. But, you know, he's this big man and he thinks he doesn't have to stop. So Niecy Nash, you know, makes noise to stop the situation. Tell the girl, Karuchi, you know, go ahead on, bitch, bye. Because she's now there to trim his eyebrows or whatever. So as they're talking, and she's mad because she was like, for one, so my thing was going off. You know, for one, I just caught you fucking somebody. You trying to hug up on me and you won't give me my money. You telling me I have to stay in my place and that I have to just take what you're giving me. So as she's sitting there and she's threading his eyebrows, and you see her getting more and more and more upset. And then what does she do? She like cuts his forehead with the thread stuff, and then she hits him in the head and tries to drown him. So she's choking him in the water because they're in the pool. She's choking him in the water and he assumes to be dead, and she lets him go. She's like, because she can't believe that what she just did, because she just killed him. But because he likes to get choked out, he wasn't dead yet. So he jumps up out the water, he punches her in the face, and he's beating her up. Like, punches, like, it was I'm like, I know her husband in real life was like, this must be a horror scene for him to watch. It looks so real. Like, as he's punching her, her face, you see a bruise pop up here and there. It was just so, I'm like, he's beating her ass. This is crazy. And then you hear a gunshot go off, and Karuchi is standing there with the gun, and she shot him and she kills him. The episode was really, the show is completely different than what I thought it would be. I really thought it was going to be a weird, dumb comedy about females at a nail salon. Almost like beauty shop was, or like barber shop was, and those kind of movies where, you know, and I wouldn't watch a TV show like Barbershop. I wouldn't watch a TV show like a beauty salon. I just don't. I think that's already been done with the clean cut, let's find comedy humor in it. I wouldn't want to watch that. So I was afraid that that's what it was. It's completely not that. It's sex, drugs, money, just all kind of kidnap, just all kind of foolishness of it all, but very entertaining. So it's a new show. Again, it's called Claws, as in claw, you know, with the nails. It comes on TNT on Sundays. It comes on at, I believe, 9 o'clock here in Detroit, Michigan. But if you haven't checked it out, you know, check it out. Some people only like to review shows that's already popular. My thing that I prefer to do is, you know, I do review popular shows that people do watch, but I also want to review shows that no one even knows about yet. Because if you think about it, before Scandal was Scandal, people didn't know the show, but it became huge. You know, growing up, Hip Hop Atlanta, episode 1, no one thought the show would be entertaining, but I get most of my views from reviewing that show. So I like to review shows before it gets popular. I don't want to wait until the show is popular and that's the only reason I'm reviewing it. I like to review shows that I watch and that I like. So I definitely will be doing a review of Claws every week, whether people review and watch my video or not, because again, it is a new show. But yeah, it was a really entertaining show. So if you haven't checked it out, you know, check out episode 1. Leave your comments if you like the show, if you have watched the show and what you think about the show. You know, let me know. But other than that, that was my review for Claws on TNT on Sundays. Until next time, this is Jay Lee from Jay Lee's Corner. Please subscribe, like, share. Other than that, have a great day, because we'll have a great tomorrow, because it's like almost probably 1 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, peace.